everybody, it's me Adele and welcome to my channel Sew for Serenity. Welcome back to my regular viewers, and if you're new here I hope you enjoy this vlog. So this is my February Little Miss Sew and Sew all set to sew special subscription box. God, I'm so good at saying that now. So as you know, I'm a brand ambassador for Little Miss Sew and Sew, and every month I get gifted in exchange for an honest review the Little Miss Sew and Sew subscription box, the all set to sew box. Now there's two levels of box. There's the Sew Special box, which I'll insert details of what you get in that box, and then there's the Sew Luxurious box, which is £65, which is the next level up, which is all designer fabrics, and I will put details of what you get in that. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I've got lots of other vlogs where I do talk about it in a lot more detail. So it's now the 1st of February and I have had come through my email from Little Miss Sew and Sew that you get every month. And the difference with this subscription box is you get to choose your pattern and your fabric. So each month you get a choice of a woven or a stretch pattern, and then you can choose fabric to go with that pattern. So without further ado, let's have a look at the email. So I'll put the email up on the screen and let's go and see what the pattern is first. So I always filter on the stretch pattern first, so let's have a little look. Right, okay, so there's two options this time. Why is that? Okay, I think it's because of the size range. So there's the 8 to 22, which is the itch to stitch cardigan, and then there's a style arc pattern for if you're not in that size range. Itch to stitch Castillo cardigan. Not really my cup of tea, to be honest with you. Nah, that's not up my street. This is more up my street, but it's not in my size range. So this is the style arc Lauren jacket, which is really nice. That's a shame, because I think I might have gone for that if it was the other size range, but never mind. So let's have a look at the stretch fabric now. Some really lovely colours there. I think because I'm not going to go, I know I'm definitely not, I don't want that pattern. You know, I'm just going through the motions here. But oh, I like that lobster colour. But yeah, the sweatshirting, French terry, plains, patterns, loads of different options colour-wise there. So yeah, lots of lovely colours. Really, really like the purples. Let's have a look at what the woven pattern is. Ooh, the hinterland dress. That looks nice. Oh yeah, I like it. Okay, so liberated hinterland dress. That's nice. That's my style. It's, you know, oversized smock style. Like it. And that's the only pattern because it covers the full size range. Okay, cool. I'll add that to my cart. And let's have a look at the fabrics. Let's hope I can make a decision this time, because I really struggled last time. Have a look at the woven fabrics. Oh, okay, so we've got some enzyme washed linen. Linen viscose. Oh, I like that cotton poplin's nice. Just look at the linen. It's a lovely colour. Might be a bit bright for me though, coral. I do fancy a plain this time. What do we think? Pewter, it's like a dark grey. I'm really keen to sew with linen. I haven't sewn with it yet. Got some Liberties, some Paul Smith. Quite like this cotton poplin, it's pretty. I'm into navy at the moment. Seem to be drawn to it. Ditzy prints, I'm not a ditzy print person, but they are pretty. Ooh, embroidered flowers cotton chambray. I've got that. I got that in a Little Miss Sew and Sew box. No, I got that in a Beyond the Pink Door box. Ooh, these are nice, the stripes. Quite like the olive. Striped linen viscose olive. So it's either between this one or the plain. Should I go for a plain this time? Don't know. Decisions. Oh, I don't know. What can I go for? Shall I go for the pewter? Let's go plain. Yeah, I'm going to go for the pewter, I think. Added it. Right. Okay, so I've gone for the Hinterland dress by So Liberated, and I've gone for the enzyme washed linen in pewter. Wow, that's unusual for me. Okay, so how it works now is, if I've submitted my order in about 2 weeks, I will, usually around the 23rd, 24th, I will get my box, which will have my fabric and my pattern and all of my notions in, and then I will make it up. So I'll see you in a few weeks for me, a couple of seconds for you. See you in a bit. Hey, right, it's Thursday the 23rd of February. A couple of weeks have passed since I made my selection. Well, a couple of weeks for me, not so much for you. And this morning I received my box, and it's a big box. Now, if I remember correctly, I ordered the Hinterland dress, which I've forgotten who made it, but I'll tell you in a second, and some linen. This goes, I think, I can't even remember. Hang on a second. Right, let's open it without further ado. Here we are. So Liberated, that was it. So I chose the So Liberated Hinterland dress, and I think it's really nice. Lots of different options. So what I really like about this is it's got all different shapes and sizes of model on the front to show what it looks like, and it looks amazing on everyone. So let's have a little look what we need. So these are all the options. I think I'm probably going to do the long sleeve option, just because I like 3/4 length sleeves. And you need quite a lot of fabric for this. 3.14 meters on 54-inch wide fabric. And if I went for the yeah, even if you go without sleeves, it's 2.1, 2.9, so it's a lot of fabric. Now, they usually give you enough fabric to make the largest size. So the largest size takes 3.5 meters of fabric. So that's probably how much we've got in there. Here's my A0 printed pattern. Let's just have a look at the sizing. So it's for a C cup 5'5". Based on this, I'm probably going to have to go for the 14 because a 33-inch waist, which is what I am at the moment. And I think the waist is probably the most important part of it. So I'll look at the finished garment measurements to see how much ease there is. There's 7 inches ease though. Yeah, 7 inches ease in the waist. So I might go for the 12. And in the bust, there's 3 inches in the bust as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for the size 12 then, based on that. Okay, so I think I really like the button placket all the way down the front, but I'll probably be a bit lazy and not do that version. I might just do the buttons to the bodice, but we'll see. We'll see how I get on. So let's have a look what's in here. Ooh. Here's my thread. So it's lovely stony grey colour, beautiful. And here are the buttons. Now the buttons they've selected based on my fabric choice, and they're quite cute actually. They go really well. Nice white buttons. And I've got enough to put all of those on all the way from top to bottom. And then they put some interfacing in, which there's always far too much interfacing, but it's brilliant. Really good quality interfacing. It's the F220, which is a lovely, not too light, not too thick. And I'm assuming that's for the placket. Interface the placket. And then the fabric I went for was this linen, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was a linen, wasn't it? And I went for this beautiful stony kind of grey colour. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, and you're all thinking, who is this person and what have you done with the real Adele? But yeah, I just wanted to go for something plain, and I've not made anything in a linen before. So yeah, I'm excited to make something in this. I'm sure I've got 3.5 metres of it. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to go with the white buttons. I think I have got some ones that I would like to use more. Let me just have a quick look where they are. I don't know if I've got enough though. Sorry about that. I do actually have enough. So these are the buttons that I'm talking about, these little wooden buttons. God knows why I bought two packets of them, but yeah, look at those. I think they'll probably be nice, but obviously I'll leave that till the last minute and then I'll just put the white ones in my stash. Oh yeah, lovely. So this is probably going to be a longer make, but I'm sure I can get it done. I'm excited to get it sewn up. But yeah, let's get this made up and pop it in the wash, and you'll see me in this very, very plain fabric. And here I am, all finished. Can you believe it? So here's my hinterland dress. So it's very unusual for me to have a plain. This is the pewter linen made up. I did omit the buttons that they sent. They did send white buttons, but I wanted to go with these brown buttons that I had in my stash, which I really, really love. So I will insert some photographs as I'm talking to show you the full length dress, but I want to talk you through the make. Now, this pattern is the hinterland dress, as we talked about. These are all the different versions. Obviously, you've just seen this, but it's just refreshing my memory. And I've ended up going for view, what would we say? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th view here, which, well, it's a mixture actually of the 4th view and the 1st view. So I've gone for the 3/4 length sleeve because, you know, if you watch my vlogs, I like a 3/4 length sleeve. And the really thing that I like about that detail is it's actually got a cuff instead of a hem. So you attach a cuff and sew around it, and yeah, really like that finish, really lovely. And then I decided I didn't want to go for the full button down, just because I'm lazy really, but I am quite glad that I didn't go for the full button down. Just aesthetically, I prefer this. I think the picture's got 3 buttons. I've gone for 4 buttons on mine. I don't really have a short bodice, so I managed to fit 4 and I didn't shorten it. But if obviously you shorten the bodice, you would have less. It's got bust darts here, and yeah, really nice. I've also put a bespoke Kylie the Machine tag here on the outside. Just thought that looked really super cute, and it's grey, matched it, and I just thought it added to the aesthetic and just looks really nice really. I also went with the ties. I'm not sure if I need the ties because I'm not bothered about having a cinch in if I undo it. You know, I quite like that baggy look, but you've got the flexibility of just cinching it in a little bit there. If I made it again, I'm not sure I would bother with the tie, to be honest with you, but I know a lot of people out there like the oversized look but like to have the option to cinch it in. It's got a bound neckline. The interesting thing with this is they are separate button plackets which actually attach here, so if you make a mistake on your buttonholes, which I did, I'll talk to you, you can always recut these. So I kind of felt quite brave doing the buttons and not too worried because I knew that I would be able to rectify it. Now, in respect of sizes that I made, I went for the size 12, which was on a bust of 37.5, a waist of 31.5 and a hip of 40. Now my waist is a 32 and my hip is a 43 at the moment, but obviously it's oversized, so I wasn't too worried. And when I looked at the finished garment measurements, the waist is 38.5, so there was 7 centimetres of ease, and in the hip there's like 18 inches of ease. So I very much went on the bust measurement, and I went for the size 12, which finished bust measurement was 41. And I have got a fair amount of room in there, as you can see there. It's probably a little bit tighter on the arms than I would like, which I think you can tell, but I'm happy with it. It has got the bicep bicep measurement on there. So yeah, 16.25, but I can always let the seam out, but I am happy with it. I think it fits nicely. Yeah, I'm happy. So that's what I went for. If I'd gone the size down, it would have been a bit tighter across the bust, so, and I didn't want to be restricted in any way. It's made for a height of 5'5". Now, I'm 5'3", and okay, yeah, it is quite long. It is quite a long skirt, I would say, so it's well below the knee. I cut off though. This is what I cut off the bottom, so I wasn't going to alter it. But yeah, that, I mean, what's that? That's a good 5 inches, is it? Yeah, 13 centimetres I ended up cutting off, and then I've hemmed it on top of that. So yeah, I would definitely cut a lot of length off this next time. Mine finishes just below the knee, and because I'm short in the lower half, that was perfect for me. What else to say about it? So the sewing process was lovely, really enjoyed it. I took it really slowly. The instructions are really good, apart from one place, the neckline, the neckband. It's very confusing. Like, it has this picture here of how you fold it over, and to be honest with you, I just went with what I thought looked best, to be honest, because I couldn't figure out what they meant. And when I've searched it, I think quite a few people have found that they find that bit confusing. I think they're overcomplicating it, or maybe I've done it wrong, I don't know, but that's what my neckline looks like, and I'm happy with it. But apart from that one bit, the instructions are really good. Yeah, really enjoyed making all of it. The only thing that I had a problem with is the buttonhole, and I'll do a zoom in on it. Sorry, it's a zoom in on my chest, but this top buttonhole here is an absolute mess. So I did the first buttonhole, no problem at all. Oh, let me just undo this. So the first buttonhole went on fine. The next buttonhole, you know, when the material's too thick and it just keeps going over the same bit and you get a really hard ball, that happened. So I tried again on a scrap piece of paper and it was fine. Did it again on the next one and it did it again. So it must be the addition of the interfacing, it just couldn't cope with it. So I unpicked it all, and I was scared to unpick it, but I have a genius way of doing it now, and I can't find it. Can't find it. I have a scalpel, and what I basically did was I cut a line. It's not for the faint-hearted, but I cut down the middle of the stitches, and by doing that, it basically was so easy to unpick. So I unpicked them all, and because it's linen, it was quite hard wearing. I don't know if I would have been able to do it on a viscose, but the good news is that this placket, you can just cut it back out and attach it again. So if it had really gone terribly wrong, I could have redone it. So I managed to unpick them all, and I tried again and it did it again. So then I changed my needle to a fresh needle and a heavy duty needle, and that worked much better. But then when I got to this top button, because obviously it's got a little bit of seam there as well, it didn't like it, and basically I ended up having to do that manually with a zigzag stitch, and you can tell I've done it manually. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest with you, but you can't see it once the button's done up, and I'm just hoping it holds up to you know, the tell of time. And actually I don't need to unbutton this to put it on, so you wouldn't even need the buttonholes. I got this over my head perfectly fine. So yeah, no problem at all there. It's got pockets, which are just at the perfect length, lovely deep pockets. I've just done it in the same linen, but you could do alternate, you know, could have done different colour. And, oh, got a thread there. I absolutely love sewing with linen. I've never sewn with linen before. I did recently just make something in a linen cotton for Alice, but never with enzyme wash linen. And this is what this was, and I absolutely loved it. Joy to sew with, joy to press. Yeah, what can I say? Enjoyed it, and I was really unsure when I unboxed it and saw it as such a grey colour. I was a bit worried that it was going to like wash me out or not make me look, but I actually really like it, and it's very unusual to see me in a neutral, but I think the buttons make it, I think this makes it, I think how I've styled it with some black tights and some chunky shoes, And, you know, with a headband or whatever, just give it a pop of colour. You can do it that way, can't you? So I'm really, really happy with it. Am I going to make the hinterland dress again? I don't know. I don't know. It's not that it's a bad pattern. I really like the pattern. But I just don't know how many of these you'd want in your wardrobe. I'm going to wear it, see how I feel about it, and yeah, see how I get on. But it's really comfy and I'm enjoying wearing it at the moment. Fabric wise, it is quite fabric hungry, this dress, but I do have probably about half a metre, no, probably about 0.8 metres of this linen left, so that will go in my stash, and I will use that hopefully at some point. I have got quite a lot of linen in my stash in plains, so yeah, that was obviously really good value for money. In respect to the interfacing, bear with me. The interfacing that I got in this pack was humongous. So this was it. So it's, well, is that a metre? Probably a metre of interfacing. Is it a metre? Half a metre of interfacing, if not more. And the amount of interfacing I used was 2 strips about that by that. So what a good value for money, just to get all that lovely interfacing to go into my stash, so I don't have to buy any now. So thank you for that. And I've got my buttons left over for another make now. And yeah, I really like it. So let me know what you think. Really loving this. If you don't subscribe to this box, please consider subscribing. It's so good. And also, if you're going to the Stitch Festival, Little Miss So-and-so are going to be at the Stitch Festival as well. And I can't wait to meet Nikola and Co in person, because I've never actually met them in person because it's quite far away for me to go. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'll leave it there, and I hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you all soon. Happy sewing. Bye.